Hello, everyone. Welcome back to my channel. Today is day 8 of SAS. So we are officially in the second week of SAS. And yeah, the first week flew by pretty fast. And so here we are starting off at Rancho Cordova, and they have Frosted Forest and the angel cake, whatever that was. So they had 2 soaps for 75% off, which was nice. We always love a 75% off soap. We are looking forward to a lot of the 50% off soaps going down even further pretty soon, I hope. They had one Peeps candle, and this is what they have for their 50% off section. A lot of single wicks for $7.99. So they are trying out that price point this year for a semi-annual sale, and I think that's a really odd price. They grouped the single wicks and the 3 wicks together, and they sold them for $7.99. Of course, a lot of the 3 wicks sold, but the single wicks, yeah, I'm kind of perplexed why they want to sell those for $8. That's not really a semi-annual sale worthy sale. But I mean, who knows? We'll probably see those get marked down eventually, right? I was reading on Reddit today that some stores are putting out more Christmas candles and Christmas soaps. So that's something to look forward to. If you are looking for $7.99 candles and your store doesn't have any, then Christmas candles might be on the way. We never know what's in the back room. Okay, we had some markdowns today, 75% off this collection. So the aromatherapy black tea and the eucalyptus, these are now 75% off. These were just $3.99 for yesterday's sale, correct? Because I did get the orange ginger body wash, but 75% off is pretty close to the $3.99 price point, or 75% off. So lots of Disney body care and In the Stars, Fall and Bloom. I love Fall and Bloom, and Chocolate Amber, Frosted Forest hand soaps, and Velvet Sugar Fine Fragrance Mist. It's actually incredible how many products each store has. They must pump out millions of products every year, and here we are. We have a plethora of body care, and we have mini Disney mists for 75% off. I was looking for Rapunzel, but it looks like we only have Tiana and the blue one, I think Mulan. Gingham, yeah, check the walls. If you are a lover of the Gingham perfume, sometimes we get lucky and the perfumes end up on the wall, on the shelves, looking lonely, and they're not put in the 75% off bin. So that's always something to consider. 50% off To the Moon body wash, one Nocturnal Rose perfume. So yeah, I noticed that To the Moon and Nocturnal Rose, the colognes, are back on the website, and it looks like they were taken off. I'm guessing the 75% off price point that we saw a couple days ago, that was a mistake. So that's why they took those colognes off the site. I thought they were sold, but nope, that was a mistake, and they are back to 50% off. Boo, we don't like that. Lomas Plaza, they had one Gingham perfume left, and I was told that they sold 4 already. So that one is a hot seller, and yeah, if you love that scent, get it now. Gingham Gorgeous, I was hoping that Gingham Gorgeous was also on sale, but no, that one appears to be full price, unfortunately. I also checked to see if In the Stars, the perfume, was 75% off or on sale, but nope, that one's full price as well. Let's check out the 50% off section. 1,000 Wishes. I really love 1,000 Wishes, and that perfume, if your store is kind of low, or maybe they just have one or a couple of that perfume, just get it now and do a price adjustment later, because that one seems to be, I guess they might be changing packaging, or it's going away. No, I can't go away. That's a really popular scent. And let's move on over to the 75% off section, and I found Twisted Peppermint in the gel soap. I love seeing 75% off soaps, because right now we have a horde of 50% off soaps, and seeing 75% off soaps is a little bit of a treat right now. A lot of the 50% off signs, I know that's not fun, but this is the second week of SAS, and this is the waiting game, and a lot of those signs will turn into 75% off. I've said it a few times in my walkthroughs, but yeah, this is the waiting game. First off, the aromatherapy there, that's been marked down. The second week of SAS, I believe, is probably the most boring time of semi-annual sale, because they tend to hold on to these price points and they're just hoping that we pay 50% off, and they're hoping that we buy 12.99 candles. So this is I kind of think the second week of SAS is the waiting week, because they're holding on to the price points and they're not marking them down further, at least not to the extent that we want. So I'm thinking I'm going to slow my roll. I've been shopping too much, but second week of SAS is the most boring time, and we just have to wait. But I guess Bath and Body Works has a new CEO, and they've been doing things a little bit different. I'm sure we've noticed that the online coupons, that the ones that used to pop up, they no longer pop up. They got rid of those. And this semi-annual sale is already different, because usually in the first few days we see the price of the bringbacks or body care fluctuate, but we haven't really seen that. I mean, we've had little changes, but usually it's like it starts at $4.99 and then goes up to $5.99, or it just increases by $1 and then it changes again. So I think the semi-annual sale is a little different so far. Of course, we're seeing the $7.99 single wicks. And yeah, it'll be interesting to see what happens for the rest of semi-annual sale. I just really, really need a lot of the 50% off signs to change later on. And look at this, all of these single wicks. I think I only found, I'm going to go to the other side of the table soonish, but I believe I only found one 3-wick candle for $7.99 at Arden. And another thing that I noticed at Arden, I believe a couple of their signs were wrong. First of all, they had these hand sanitizer sprays for 50% off and 75% off. But it's easy to do that because prices are changing, and it's just a lot of product to look after and organize, right? So I want to say I also noticed another mistake later on when I was filming, but we have, of course, the wallflower plugs for Disney, 75% off. I thought maybe those would go faster, but maybe they are. Who knows? The double scoop ice cream cone. So apparently this one is 50% off, but the popsicle, the firecracker pop popsicle, isn't. So that's interesting. These candle holders will look a lot more tempting later on, and these soaps, 50% off soaps, that is not enticing at all for me. And looks like those coin purses are I'm not going to say rejects, but they were not as popular as the Rapunzel one. I have yet to see any Rapunzel items besides the body care, so looks like Rapunzel is long gone in the Sacramento area. Arden still had a couple of the Star Wars candles, Mandalorian candles. And so yeah, this section right here, it says 50% off the musk scents, but that's definitely 75% off today. And that's something to consider for semi-annual sale. Oh, so yeah, they did have 1 scent for $7.99. So like I was saying, sometimes the prices are wrong. I'm sure working semi-annual sale is quite hectic and chaotic at times. So yeah, just know the prices before you go into the store, and sometimes you'll see a mistake. Sometimes you'll see a mistake, a happy mistake. Maybe you'll see a perfume, like I said before, on the wall, just chilling there on the shelves, and it's actually 75% off. That's probably one of my favorite things to look for towards the end of semi-annual sale. The perfumes that are clearanced off, but they're just chilling on the wall because the employees think that they're full price. We are at the Marketplace location, and I decided to come here, even though I thought, well, this video might not be the most interesting because, like I mentioned, week 2 can be kind of boring. We have a lot of the Disney body care right there. Have people been seeing a lot of Disney body care still left for 75% off? I think they need to bring back the 90% price point, because that used to be a thing, correct? 50% off. So it looks like Marketplace still has some laundry care, and yeah, this collection is still chilling for 50% off. We prefer $3.99, and of course we prefer the $3.99 glitch. Who got the glitch? I'm so happy that I found one, and I actually found some more. I will have my haul video a little bit later. But Marketplace has To the Moon, and I'm really anticipating those going 75% off along with Nocturnal Rose. Once that happens, I am going to be on the hunt for more colognes and perfumes like I always am. And, well, geez, I thought I was going to slow it down for a semi-annual sale, but I think I did pretty well last semi-annual sale, and I'm just going a little a little bit, back to my old ways this time, but it's not all going to be for me. I can say that. They had one of the SAS bags and the little coin purse, and I'm going to be getting my online shipment in tomorrow, and I'm going to be returning that for sure. I'm just not super impressed with that in person. And here's the correct signage for the Must collection, 75% off. And yeah, I'm slowing down the end here because this will be the end of my walkthrough. This is my first walkthrough from the second week of SAS. I don't anticipate it being super exciting, so we'll just have to wait and see. I have a haul video coming up maybe tomorrow, but hope everyone's enjoying their SAS, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye!